You're sitting across from her on a first date. Conversation feels fine. She's polite, smiling, answering your questions. But something's off. There's no spark. You leave thinking it went okay. She texts the next day. Had a nice time, but didn't feel a connection. Sound familiar? Here's the problem. Most guys either stick to boring small talk or jump straight to deep topics and kill the vibe. The secret isn't in the questions themselves. It's in the sequence. You need a four-stage flow that naturally builds connection without feeling forced. Stage 1. Light Icebreaker's first 10 minutes start with zero-pressure questions that get her talking without demanding anything personal. Your goal is comfort, not depth. What's the story behind choosing this place? Coffee or tea person? I feel like that reveals a lot. How was your week? Anything interesting happen? Notice these don't put her on the spot. You can't skip steps. When you start light, her brain relaxes. That relaxation is what lets attraction build. Stage 2. Rapport Builders 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Once she's comfortable, shift to questions about experiences and interests. This is where real connection starts. What's something you're really into right now? If you could travel anywhere next month, where would it be? What's the best concert or event you've been to lately? The key here is showing genuine interest. When you do, she mirrors that energy back. Ask follow-ups. If she mentions hiking, don't just nod. Say, what got you into that? Responsiveness matters way more than the questions themselves. Mini scene. You're at a coffee shop, 20 minutes in. She mentions she's learning guitar. Most guys say cool and move on. You lean forward slightly. That's awesome. What made you want to learn now? She lights up. Honestly, I've always wanted to, but I finally just went for it last month. You nod. What song are you working on? She talks for 2 minutes straight. You're not interrupting, just listening. She's making eye contact, smiling more. Stage 3. Deeper probes 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Now you can go deeper without it feeling weird. These questions hint at values and future thinking, where attraction really builds. What's something you're working toward that excites you? If you could wake up with one new skill tomorrow, what would it be? What does an ideal Sunday look like for you? These work because you've already built trust. Her brain has moved from "is this guy safe?" to "could I see myself with him?" Each stage prepares for the next. Stage 4. Flirty Closers 45 plus minutes if the date's going well. End with future-oriented, slightly playful questions that plant the seed for a second date. What kind of adventures are on your bucket list? Where's a place you've been dying to try in the city? What's something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet? Notice how these naturally open the door for "we should do that together." You're not asking for a second date directly. You're making her imagine future scenarios with you. Mini scene, 45 minutes in, conversation is flowing. You set your drink down, hold eye contact. So what's a place around here you've been wanting to check out? She thinks for a second. Actually, there's this new Italian spot downtown I keep hearing about. You smile. I've been curious about that place too. We should go. She grins, doesn't hesitate. Yeah, let's do it. You pull out your phone. What works for you next week? The second date is locked in before the first one even ends. But what actually creates attraction in her brain? And how do you adapt when things don't go by script? You've got the 4-stage flow. Now let's break down why this progression actually creates attraction, and how you can adapt it when dates don't follow the script. The brain chemistry of progressive questions. Here's what happens in her brain when you follow the flow. Stage 1 questions trigger small hits of dopamine, feel-good chemicals that make conversation enjoyable without pressure. Her stress stays low. because you're not demanding vulnerability yet. As you move to stage 2, something powerful kicks in. When you share something personal, her brain feels compelled to match it. This isn't manipulation, it's how humans build trust. Each layer of disclosure signals, I'm safe to open up to, and she mirrors that back. By stage 3, when you're asking about values and aspirations, her brain starts releasing bonding chemicals. Emotional intimacy, not just physical touch, creates actual attachment. When she talks about her dreams and you genuinely listen, her brain is literally forming a bond with you. Why women assess through question depth. Here's why. Women evolved to assess long-term potential through emotional availability. When you ask thoughtful, progressive questions, you're signaling that you're emotionally intelligent and capable of connection. You're showing it through your behavior, not just saying it. Advanced adaptation, reading and adjusting the flow, isn't a rigid script, it's a framework. Here's how to customize it based on her responses. If she's giving enthusiastic, detailed answers in stage 1, you can move to stage 2 faster. If she's hesitant or giving short replies, stay in lighter territory longer. Some women open up immediately, others need more time. Neither is wrong, just different pacing. Watch for reciprocal questions. When she starts asking you personal questions back, that's your green light to go deeper. Watch her body language. If she's leaning in, asking you questions back, and bringing up new topics, you're in the rapport zone. If she's giving short answers, stay in earlier stages longer. Handling silence without panic silences aren't failures, they're processing moments. When you ask a deeper question and she pauses, don't rush to fill the gap. Let her think. That pause means she's actually considering her answer, which is exactly what you want. Most guys panic and backtrack. Sorry, that was too deep. Don't. Hold eye contact, stay relaxed, and give her space to respond. Confidence during silence signals emotional maturity. Mini-scene, you're 40 minutes into a date. It's been smooth, but she suddenly mentions stress at work. You adapt. Instead of forcing stage 4 questions, you shift. That sounds heavy. What's making it so stressful right now? She exhales, leans back. Honestly, I don't know if I'm in the right career. Most guys would offer solutions. You don't. You nod. What would the right one look like for you? She talks for 5 minutes. You're not following a script anymore, you're actually connecting. When she finishes, she smiles. I don't usually talk about this stuff. You smile back. I'm glad you did. The date just shifted from good to memorable. The long game. Building attraction that lasts one date won't make her fall for you, but it sets the pattern. When you demonstrate genuine curiosity and emotional intelligence through your questions, you're different from 90% of guys who either play it too safe or come on too strong. This isn't about tricks or routines. It's about understanding how connection actually forms in the human brain and working with that biology, not against it. Next time you're on a first date, try the flow. Start light, build rapport, go deeper when she's ready, and close with future possibilities. Pay attention to her cues. Adapt when needed. And most importantly, ask questions because you're genuinely curious about who she is, not because you're following a formula. That authenticity, backed by understanding how attraction works, is what turns a good first date into a real connection. This week, use the flow on your next date. Start with light icebreakers for 10 minutes. Build rapport through experiences. Go deeper when she's engaged. Close with future questions that make her imagine seeing you again. Drop your best first date question in the comments. Hit subscribe for dating strategies every week. Master the flow, build real connection, become the guy she texts first.